What are you asking?
Oh, that's what's in your pocket.
2 phones.
That's not a.
Oh, but listen, she's 10 now, so like, I don't know that one is a flip phone, but they were old cell phones. Yeah, it was like 2013 when she had those. All right, so before we get started, about so when you take the pass, most of you are going to the restroom. So most of you are going to the restroom. That's probably where you're going. If you're not going to the restroom, you need to go to a locker, you need to go to a comp room, you need to go to a library, you need to go to somewhere else. Don't take the bathroom pass because other people are waiting to walk across the hall to go to the bathroom. If you need to go to any of those places, tell me and I'll write you a pass to go do those things. Don't take the bathroom pass to go and walk to the portables. Don't do that. So you're gonna put your name and the time. Okay, that way also we will come find you if you're snatched up. I don't want anybody snatched up. So if I notice that you're gone for a long time, number one, you'll lose bathroom privileges, or number two, we want to come save you. So just put your name and the time that you left and where you're going. Again, this is only for using the restroom. Don't take the pass if you're going somewhere else. Come tell me. I will give you a pass, but not the bathroom pass. Because some of y'all be leaving and you don't even realize that like 7 other people need to use the restroom and you're like wandering around. It's kind of rude. I don't know. I think it technically is a hall pass, but I know that a lot of you need to go to the restroom and they only give me 1. So. All right, the stuff that we're doing today, it is graphing lines. If you had a hard time with the warm-up, then you especially need to listen up. You don't even have a paper, bro. No. New year, new you. You've got to start out with paper in front of you. If you do not have the paper in front of you, get up and go get a paper. Notes are not going to take too long, but if I have to stop because I see you on your phone, I'm going to come take it away. Just silence it. Put it on do not disturb. Don't have it out right now. All right. So the equation for graphing a line, y equals mx plus b. Slope stands for one of those letters. We've got 2 letters. We have an M and we have a B. Which one of those is slope? Ty knows. Who else knows? M. Okay, and slope tells you, and what you do first is you either go up or down. You'll go up if it's positive, you'll go down if it's negative, but you always go to the right. Always. You always run to the right. So it's also rise over run. The y-intercept, which letter is y-intercept? B. Okay, that is where you put a point on the y-axis. It's kind of backwards because the equation will be written like this. However, when you go to plot a line, you have to do that first and then this second.
So to graph a line, you have to plot the y-intercept, and the y-intercept is b. And then from the y-intercept, you're going to make the slope. You're going to do the slope. So then you do m. So you have to do b first, and then you'll do m. This worksheet is not very long. How many problems are on there?
And
Okay, it's not very long. It won't take you very long. Like I said, we're going to do 2 problems on the front, 2 problems on the back, and you're going to finish it up. So the first question, it says, identify the slope and the y-intercept, and then we're going to graph. So this is my equation. What is the slope?
-1. No. No, 1 point.
1/4. And which letter is slope? M or B? M. So 1/4. And what is the y-intercept? -1. So which one do we have to do first? So we're going to go to the y-axis. This is the y-axis. It's got a y there. So we go to the y-axis and we're going to go down to -1 and we're going to put a point. From that point, we're going to do what the slope tells us. So you look at the top number. The top number is positive, so you will go up and you always go to the right. So I will go up 1 and then over 4. And I will put another point. It is a line, so it always has symmetry. So you can always go to the left using symmetry. So if I had to go up 1, over 4 to make that dot, then I would have to go down 1 and over 4 to make a dot the other direction. I'm going to draw a line through these points. And I'm going to put arrows on it. A line has arrows on both sides. It goes on forever. So please make sure you put arrows on your line. Let's do another one. For the second problem, what is B? 2. So the y-intercept is 2. What is the slope?
1.
It's actually the same thing as -1 over 1. If you need to write it as a fraction, you can. It's the same thing as also just -1. So -1 over 1, the negative will always go with the top. So if it's negative, it always goes with the top. So when it's negative, it's telling you you're going to go down, but you always go to the right. So I'm going to go do my y-intercept first. It is at 2. So along the y-axis, I'm going to go put a dot at 2. Another way you can think of these, this y-intercept was 0, -1. This y-intercept is 0, 2. They're points. To do the slope says -1. So I'm going to go down 1 and then to the right 1. And on the last one, I didn't have any more room to put any more points. But on this one, I can go down 1 and over 1 a couple of times. So I'm going to do that until I run out of graph. This is a line. There's symmetry. So I'm going to continue the pattern the other direction. I'm going to connect the dots. It's really hard for me to make negative lines with this pen. And then I will put arrows on both sides. If you need any help with the front side, please talk with your partner, or you can come and ask me. You've got a couple problems on the front, couple problems on the back that are similar. Okay, next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is tutorials. Very few of you come to tutorials because honestly, you don't really have to. We finish everything in class. But if you do come to tutorials, there are a few of you that have. If you do come to tutorials, I made a tutorial log. And so make sure that you ask me so that you can sign it. That way, when your parent asks, like, have you been here? I can't always remember. So that way you get credit for it. Also, if you come up with, oh, I owe hours, remember that tutorials you can get like makeup hours for. So if you find out in a week that, oh, I have makeup hours, you can come back and you can ask me, oh yeah, remember I came to tutorials, I signed that log and I'll sign off on it for you. So if you come to tutorials, so this is any time outside of our class that you come and you work on stuff. So it can also be during your off period. But if you come in, make sure that you sign that. And so I want you guys to get credit for it. On the back, we're going to do question 11 and question 12. For these, all we're doing is writing an equation. I give you a slope and a y-intercept. Good morning. And you're going to write an equation. So we have a worksheet and a warm-up up on the front table, on the right front table. There is a worksheet and a warm-up. You want to grab both of those? And we're going over some problems on the back right now. So for question 11, we know that it is the equation y equals mx plus b. There are two numbers that we're looking for, or two things that we want to be able to fill in. We want to be able to fill in something for the slope and something for the y-intercept. For question 11, the slope is -3/2 and the y-intercept is 6. That's nice. So y is equal to, there's going to be something next to the x. There's two spots that we can fill something in. The slope is -3/2. That always goes next to the x. And then the slope, or sorry, y-intercept is 6. So plus 6. Good morning. Grab the warm-up and worksheet. Thank you. The second one, question number 12, the y-intercept, which letter is that? M or B? Yeah, this one is B. And then the slope must be M. So when we write our equation, y is equal to something x. We've got still those two spots that we can fill something in. Fill it in with what you think it should be. You should have gotten y is equal to 2x minus 1. Did y'all get that? Yes, absolutely. So this is the same thing as y is equal to 2/1x minus 1. Is that what you meant? They're the same. So when you go to graph it, especially if it's helpful for you to put over 1, do it. But you don't have to. So you are going to finish up this worksheet. So what am I doing right now? You should be using the examples to finish the worksheet. I don't think it's going to take you very much time. So I'm going to get a timer going.